everybody, it's the Millennial Prepster here, and I want to talk about the ultimate prepper, off-grid, without rule of law, Teowaki item you need to have right now. Now, I know a lot of other people talk about, those items that you need, but this is something that has been revolutionary in my preparedness ability, what I've been able to do, what I've been able to accomplish. And I want to share that with you here today. But before I do, please hit the thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, because we know the YouTube algorithm is trying to destroy good, honest preppers like myself. So please make sure you hit the bell icon. Subscribe to me on Facebook and all other social media platforms. You can support me on Patreon, Bitcoin. Also, you can support me on my Amazon store. Please, let's do everything I can to allow me to continue to make these videos for you guys. Remember, you can trust me because I am a YouTube prepper influencer. Thank you. And for those of you that think that I'm selling fear porn, go ahead and click off this video now. You know why? Because you're a free thinker, and I don't want you to mess things up for me. Thanks. And for those of you that are watching my channel for the first time, that is what I call a joke. I know, I got a weird sense of humor, huh? So no, I don't have social media. I don't have Patreon. I don't have any of those things where you give me monies for this. I do this because this is the lifestyle I live, so... yeah, so for those of you that don't know, hi, I'm the Millennial Prepster here, and I'm actually wanting to do a product review. Now, I'm not going to try to tell you that this is the end-all be-all, but I do like it for around my homestead, and all jokes aside, it's actually pretty cool. So obviously, when I make fun of some of the obvious acting that's happens in the prepper community, people get upset. They think it's about them. People share the videos with people they think I'm making fun of, and in all actuality, I might be. But you have to admit, it is kind of funny though. So on with the video. So in this video, I'm actually doing a product review. It's Flex Seal. I love this stuff. This is something that I use routinely around the homestead, especially because, water is so important in life. And if we can refurbish something and keep using it, I will absolutely do so. So we're going to fix a dog pool, kiddie pool, whatever you want to call it. And we're also going to fix a chicken waterer. I'd rather not throw these away. If I can refurbish them and reuse them, that's what we're going to do. So as you can see here, this is where there's a hole. So we're just going to plug that up. Because believe it or not, ducks love water. So my plan for this is we're going to coat the backside, and then once it's dry, we're going to flip it around and we're going to coat the inside. There we go. We put a coat down, and you can get as artistic with this as you want. Me personally, this is for an outdoor duck run, so I'm not worried about it being the prettiest. I just need something that's going to hold water, because ducks like to be in water. That's where they thrive. Having a water around are going to make them happier, make them better layers, make them more prolific breeders. So it is really important to give them at least something that they can get inside of. And then this right here, as you can see, is a chicken water. It's dirty, but it was given to me for free. And the reason being, you can see it's cracked right here. So it's not going to hold water. If it doesn't hold water, this entire reservoir will just empty out, because the water is going to come out through here, right? And it's going to fill up. And then once the water gets to the top of this outlet here, it stops putting water out. But if there's water leaking, it's going to continuously leak. So water like this, brand new at your feed store, is going to go for $50 to $60 for a 7-gallon water. I got it for free because it leaks. So if I can just find a way to keep this from leaking, I just got myself a pretty good deal. So all we're going to do is clean this bad boy off right quick. We're going to separate the reservoir from the bottom tray here, clean this tray off really well, dry it, and then we will fix that leak. All we're going to do is take the hose, a Brussels pad, some water, and we're going to clean this bad boy off. Now that we got this thing all cleaned up, we'll apply some Flex Seal to it and we'll get it working. And like I said before, I am not trying to win any beauty pageants here. This is essentially rubber in a can. So if it gets a little somewhere where I don't want it, I can always peel it later. But this is going to stop that leak. And as you can see here, I'm using zip ties to keep the plastic together so it doesn't come apart. and that's just going to sit there until the rubber cures. And for those of you guys wondering, is it safe for your pets, plants? Yes, it is. Once the rubber cures, it's safe, and that's coming straight from the website. So I've used it for my livestock animals for years now. I've never had any issues with it. It's been, like I said, it's been a great overall product, but don't take my advice for it. Let's wait till everything cures, go back, see if we need to apply some more, and then ultimately show you what the final product is. So now let's talk about how long it's going to take to dry. So if you guys have used this stuff, you know that within a couple hours, especially right here where we're at, where it's super hot, no humidity really, it's going to be dry to the touch within an hour or two. But I'm not going to put water in it. I'm not going to put it into service for at least 24 hours. So when it's dry to the touch, I feel pretty confident at that point, flipping it over, applying another, layer to it, let it dry to the touch, and then flip it around and keep applying layers to it, of course. But the last layer I apply, I'll wait 24 hours before I then put that product into service. So we're going to do one more project here. This one's for a rain barrel catchment system here, and as you can see, we've used this before in the past, but we're, like I said, going to refurbish it in order to put a spigot for the rabbits. So we're going to have it here under the shade, and we're going to fill it with water, rain catchment, or you can fill up with a hose or whatever you'd like to, and we are going to use a bulkhead fitting, and then we're going to, similar to what I did before, for like you saw my pig project. If you haven't seen it, I can link a description below. And we're going to flex seal it just to make sure that it doesn't have any leaks. So I'll do that for you here in just a second. So it's on there extremely tight. It's on there extremely well. I believe this is going to hold water as is, but unfortunately, when you're talking about rain catchment system, when you're talking about watertight integrity, pretty good is not good enough. So we want to make sure without a shadow of a doubt that it does have that watertight integrity. And this is going to do it for us. As you can see, this is what it looks like on the inside. The bulkhead is put together very flush with the outside hole that's been drilled. It looks extremely tight. It's as tight as I can get it using tools. So altogether, I believe this is going to hold water just fine. But like I said, we want to take no chances. We got 2 seals on each side. And what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to apply a very good coat of Flex Seal around the outside just to make it to where there's no way this thing will leak. So there we have it. We have a very thick coat of Flex Seal on the outside, completely covering the bulkhead fitting. So this is as airtight, watertight as I can get it. There'll be no leaks on this rain catchment system. So we'll let it sit here and cure. And once everything is all set and done, we'll apply water to everything and see how well it holds up. So it dried up pretty well, and I decided to hit it with another layer just to make sure, like I said, we want that solid watertight integrity. The same with the pool here. Like I said, it's been a couple hours, so we went ahead and sprayed where the crack was on the inside. We're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna reassess. And the same with our rain catchment system. Like I said, it has a good layer on there. There's no way this is gonna leak. Everything looks really nice. We have the layers that we need, I believe, on all the stuff that we flex sealed. So as long as it holds water, we've pretty much repurposed this stuff for free. I mean, I've had the Flex Seal for a while, and it's already paid for itself from the last projects that I did with it. So this is really good. It's awesome to be able to take stuff that is either people don't want or things that have, wear and tear, and refurbish them and put them right back into service. So everything's looking. So it's been 24 hours, and now we're gonna take a look at how everything is cured, and hopefully everything looks good. We'll be able to put water in it and show what we got. So first we're gonna start with the pool. Really excited about it. It looks really good. And then we're gonna flip it over. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna hold water. So let's get a hose in it and let's see if it holds. So we'll let that fill up for a couple minutes and see if we have any leaks. So far, it looks like it's holding. My hands are dry. I'm gonna put it underneath. Don't feel any Don't feel any leaks, so we're just going to let this thing fill up and see if the weight of the water will cause it to leak or cause it to lose watertight integrity, but I'm guessing it's going to be all right. And while we wait for the pool to fill up, I'll show you the little standoff we're having over here. 2 males, 2 toms, and a hen. And they got their cheering section over there. Just another day on the homestead. So here you have it. Is that good, Cove? So here you have it. Filled up pool. The Flex Seal patch job is working. No leaks. Now let's go move on to the next one. So here we have the next one. It's going to be the poultry water, chicken water. And I will say, if there is going to be a leak in any of the stuff we do, this is going to be the one that's it. I think it's patched pretty well, but we're going to test it out. This holds 7 gallons of water. So we're going to hold and put 7 gallons of water inside of this. We're going to remove the cap. We're going to let it fill up. And if it leaks, we'll see it. But I feel pretty confident. And there we go. We're starting to fill it up with water. So I accidentally overfilled it, but that's okay. There's a little bit of water in there. It's dry, so we're going to cap it, and then we're going to open it up. So here's the real test. Remember, if it leaks, the entire reservoir will empty out, because once the water hits the outlet, it's going to stop. It should stop. So if it keeps going, that means it's leaking from somewhere on the base. So here we go. So far, so good. So as you can see, the water has made it to the inlet here, the base of the inlet, and it stopped. So it is no longer pushing water out like you saw earlier. You see how it's nice and still on the water surface. This is holding. There's no leaks. Everything is dry. There's no leaks. It's holding up just like I thought it would. So the last thing we're going to test is going to be the rain catchment system that we're converting into a water spigot for the rabbits. That'll be the last thing we test, and we're going to fill that thing to capacity, 55 gallons. We'll see how it holds up. So there we have it. I have it on a little table I made here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to fill it with water on the top with the hose. We're going to fill it to capacity, and we're going to see if it holds. And then we're also going to make sure that the nozzle and everything works like it's supposed to. So should be fun. Let's take a look. So I don't know if you can hear that, but we have the water running. You can see it's going. So the water is above the bulkhead fitting here, as you can see. And we have no leaks. But like I said, we will get it to full capacity, full 55 gallon capacity, see if the weight of that water changes anything. So as you can see, we are at full capacity here. So as you can see in real time, we have a small leak, 1 drop every 5 or so seconds. And so in the grand scheme of things, not a huge deal, but I want watertight integrity. So we're gonna use this water for our animals today. And I'm going to apply another coat of it, another few coats, and we're going to try the test again in another 24 hours. But since we're here, let's see if the spigot works. Yep, works good. So in the grand scheme of things, 55 gallons of water is a lot of weight, especially to put on a, DIY bulkhead fitting like I did. So we will go ahead and get the water out of here and reapply another coat. But overall, it works great and is doing exactly what I need it to do. We just got to get that small little leak fixed. So the pool's still holding up great. And like I said, this stuff is safe for pet use. I would not let my Cova deer drink water out of this pool if I felt like it wasn't safe for her to do so. So I like the non-toxic factor. She's my girl. My animals mean everything to me, so if I thought that was an issue, I wouldn't let her do it. So the pool's holding up still. Let's take a look at the chicken water here. And as you can see, this is still holding up. no water, no leaks. So if anything was gonna leak, I thought it was gonna be this thing. But hey, sometimes life surprises you. So like I said, we're about to flex seal this, and we'll give it another 24 hours and see what we get. So as I'm looking at this, I definitely notice it's a pressure thing. It's not leaking at the moment, but as you can see, it's about half capacity, which in all honesty is understandable because 55 gallons of water weighs approximately 460 pounds. So you have 460 pounds of pressure, pushing out on all sides of this drum, this water barrel. Yeah, I can see how that would cause, a little leak to happen. So it doesn't change what I'm going to do. I'm going to, like I said, we're going to get all the water out of this thing. We're going to flex seal it. We're going to add some more layers, some more coats on it, and we're going to prevent this thing from leaking. So that is the mission, and that's what we're going to accomplish. So as you can see, we got it all emptied out, and we're going to put another layer of flex seal underneath that bulkhead fitting there just to keep it from dripping anymore. So we got another layer on there. We're gonna let that dry, and we're gonna give it another 24 hours and see what. So it's been 24 hours that we let the rubber cure, and as you can see, it kind of has a different off color to it. It's been sun bleached. It was really, really hot today. So as you can see, it's been sun bleached, but it's on there and it feels really secure. So we're gonna fill it up with water, and we'll see if she holds. Did you find a bone? You did, didn't you? She's silly. Looks like she found a deer bone or something. Are you having fun? Just a homestead country dog being a homestead country dog. So we have filled this 55-gallon barrel to capacity. So it's completely filled to the top. And as you can see right here, it's completely dry. Our flex seal job has worked. Welcome to the coop. Got my chickens and ducks. My ducks especially are going a little crazy. But as you can see right here, the water line on this water feeder is about halfway. The patch job is holding. Now the water's a little dirty because these guys can be messy, but with strong use, as you can see, it's holding up just fine. So this stuff really works. So here's the kiddie pool. Like I said, it's been over 24 hours and the patch job is holding great. It holds water, no problem. So all of that to say, Flex Seal, stuff works. Gets a 5 out of 5 for me. Flex Seal has saved me a lot of money on this weekend's projects alone. So not including shipping and handling, Flex Seal has saved me $256 on this weekend's projects alone. So while I can't say that it's going to save you at the end of the world when the apocalypse happens, I will say for everyday emergencies around the homestead, around the house, I like having a can nearby. Well, Kova and I hope that you have a great day. And as always, long live the Republic.